Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm here to help you learn and grow in the world of programming and data analysis. Today we are diving into a fundamental concept in programming, conditional statements. Ready to level up your skills? Let's get started. So, what are conditional statements? Simply, they allow your program to make a decision. Think of them as that if this, then that logic is your code. For example, if it's raining, take an umbrella, otherwise, enjoy the sunshine. So first of all, the question is introduction to decision making. So decision making is required when we want to execute a code only if a certain condition is satisfied. So why decision making is important? Because its structure evaluates multiple expressions that you need to determine the action which to take place with statements to execute if the output is true or false or else in general form of typical decision making structure found in most of the programming languages is if statement, if else statements or elif statement. So first of all we will be continuing with the if statement. So what is if statement? So here the program will evaluate the test expression and will execute statements only if the test of expression is true. If the test expression is false, the statement is not executed. So to check whether the statement is correct or not for the if statement, let's check an example where I say n equals to int input, and in input I will say enter a number. If so the if statement comes here, if n percentage equals to 0, then print print n, because we want to see what is the number that we have inputted, and then the next equation will be print n comma is even. So let's print our code and let's run our code and see whether the given function statement, if the statement is correct or not. So first of all, let me continue. So here in the terminal, when we run our code, it asks us to enter a number. So let's enter a number as 8. Once we enter the number 8, then it will be giving is that print. First of all, the condition was print n. So the n, the number was 8, and then the equation was print n is even. If the function 8, the number 8 is even, then print n is even. And let's say if I say that again I'm running the command, I'm writing the number as 7, then it will automatically discontinue the statement. So here the second equation runs properly, that if the test expression is false, the statement is not executed. Here you can see the number was written as 7 and the statement was not executed, whereas when I use the number 8, it was shown that it is even, so the statement is executed and the function was printed into the terminal. So this is how we are going to use the if statement to show whether we want to check for the another statement, that is Python if else statement. So to check if else statement, I will say hashtag, I'll go with if else statement. So what is if else statement? So in if else statement, if continue the body of if and else the body of else. So the if else statement evaluates the condition and will execute the body of if only when the condition is true. If the condition is false, the body of else is executed. Identification is used to separate the blocks. So identify the separation, the identification is used to separate these blocks, whereas we can check it with the example, and let's check the example is that the given number is even or odd. So for continuing with the example, I will go with hashtag whether the function is even or odd. So the function is I will just copy the same one to save the time, control C, and I will be going with control V, and then I will be saying that if, and then comes the print n is even. Okay, I'll be taking this equation back, and now I'll be going with else statement, else print n comma is odd. So now just let me clear the prompt. Okay, now let me run the code, And once you run, it will be asking us to write the number. So let us write the number as 43. So once we write the 43, then the second equation and the another number is 20. So 22 is even. First equation of a number is executed, that the function is even function. Whereas if I go with another time and let me say the given number is 5 and hit enter, and another is 6, then it will be giving us that 6 is even. So the first equation is if statement is executed. And if I say again, just run the code and write a number as 4 and hit enter, and 7, 4 is even, so the first equation was given. And for 7, the else statement is printed where the function given number was odd, so the else statement worked here. In the above example, if n is divisible by 2, means the remainder will be 0, then the condition will be true. If n is even, will be output. Or else if the remainder, when we divide 7 by 2, then we get the remainder as 1, so the else if else statement will be printed out. So now let's go with the another statement, that is of if else if statement. So I'll be going with, so now comes that what is elif statement. So in elif statement, if condition is given, whereas I will let me show you that if condition 1 is given, then body of if. So it will be taking the body of if. Or then it comes to elif condition 2, then it will take body of elif, body of L if. So another one comes is, that is, so it will be taking the body of else. So now here is that the elif is the same as else if in C++ or Java. It allows us to check for multiple expressions. If the condition for if is false, it checks the condition of the next elif block, and so on. If all the conditions are false, then the body of else is executed. Only one block among the several if or else blocks is executed according to the condition. So this is a block, can we have only one else block. So but it can have multiple elif blocks. So let's take an example to find the answer of this question. I'll be going with, okay, so let's say we have a question is that find the largest among the three number. Find the largest among the three numbers. So now let's say that a equals to 4 and b e- b equals to 6 and c equals to 5. I'll go with 4, 6, 5. And now if I say that if, let me say if a is, okay, if a is greater than b and a is greater than c, then I will go with print a is the largest. Or else I'll go with elif statement, that if b is greater than a and b is greater than c, then print that b is greater. So let me write print in the bracket. I'll be going with b is greater. Or else I'll go with the elif statement, that is else statement, and in else statement I'll be executing that print c is the greater. So let's check which equation is satisfied and which of the command function is going to be executed. Let's check. Now let me clear the prompt terminal for you. So now let's run our code. Let's see what's the answer. So here we get that the B is the greater answer. So here we get that the B is the greater one. So if you can see that B is 6 and where the elif statement is being executed, which shows that B is greater than A and B is greater than C, hence the equation and the function is greater than any other function. So the elif statement is executed after the if statement. So we will not jumping into the else statement. Whereas I can also show you some other problems which are going to be executed. Let's say next question, if I take, let's see, if 10 equals to 10, let's say, then print print that 10 is equal to 10, let's say. So now let's run the command and it will be showing that yes, 10 is equal to 10. So the if statement is executed. Now I will be taking another problem for you, which will be of the if, elif and else statement. So this problem is, what will be the output for the following code if 5 is greater than 10, and so then I'll be saying that print 5 is greater than 10, or else elif 8 factorial, sorry, 8 factorial equals to 9. Then I'll say print 8 is not equal to 9. And another one I'll be taking as else statement. So in else statement, I'll saying that print this will not be printed. So let's run the command and see what we get. I'll just removing the first statement for you guys and see if this is the question for us. So let me check the answer. So here you can see that 8 is not equal to 9. So 8 is not equal to 9 means that elif statement is executed, because 5 is not greater than 10. So if statement is not executed, and elif 8 factorial is greater than 9, then 8 is not equal to 9. So this elif statement is being executed. So we are not jumping to the another block of the statement, that is else statement. So that's all for today's learning for you guys, and I hope you will be doing all the rest of this following questions. I will be giving you as a homework that what will be the output for the following code if 15 is greater than 5. And I want you all to do this both of these questions and comment in the comment me and tell me in the messages that yes, these are the answers for these questions. So that's it for today's video on conditional statement. To recap, we covered the basic syntax examples and common mistakes. Conditional statements are a cornerstone of programming, and mastering them will help you to write smarter and more efficient code. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more beginner friendly tutorials. Have any questions or suggestions for future topic? Drop them in the comment below. Until next time, happy coding, stay happy, and learn, lead, and always being creative. Thank you.